Lyme disease. Let's talk about Lyme disease. Where did Lyme disease come from, and why is it so bad nowadays? Lyme disease derives from a bacteria called Borrelia. Borrelia has been around for thousands of years. They found it in mummies. They found it in all kinds of different old animals, whatever. The issue with it now is in the 50s and 60s, it was genetically altered at a bioweapons plant on Plum Island. Look up where Plum Island is and look up where Lyme, Connecticut is. We'll get back to that in a second. But, you know, your body can handle Borrelia, no problem. We've had it forever since humans been here. But when they alter it and genetically alter it, it turns it into one of the most immunosuppressant diseases that anybody can possibly catch. All right, so we have all of these different strands of Borrelia, but actual Lyme disease is from a specific strand called Borrelia burgdorferi. Why is it called Borrelia burgdorferi? Well, William Burgdorferi is one of the people that altered it in the 50s and the 60s. You can go read about this in Bitten. It's a book, or you can get the audio book. It's called Bitten by Chris Newby. But he altered this along with all his other coworkers or whatever, and they had an outbreak. You know, it got out of the lab on Plum Island and probably got on some birds, whatever, flew a few miles over to Lyme, Connecticut. They had an outbreak of, you know, kids getting arthritis, whatever, and William Burgdorferi figured out that it was the strand that he and his guys manipulated, okay? So what'd he call it? Of course, he's got to name it after himself, right? Borrelia burgdorferi. Lyme disease, the biggest mimicker of all time. MS symptoms. You can get an inflamed heart from it. You can have skin lesions, depression. It's the worst mental health feeling I've ever had in my life, and I've never had it before. It inflames your brain. It inflames your central nervous system. It can inflame your brain, and in that, your serotonin receptors, which literally makes it to where you can't feel happy. The happy feeling that we have on this earth is from serotonin. But when that is inflamed in your brain and the receptor can't grab any serotonin, you can't feel happy. And there's nothing anybody can tell you, and there's really nothing you can do to help yourself while you're in that state. Seizures, POTS, MS. So much mental health stuff that don't even make sense. But listen, here's the issue, and nobody wants to talk about this. It was created by the government. It was altered by the government, is what we'll say, and now it's affecting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people dealing with this chronic disease, okay? And the insurance companies don't cover none of it. Me, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars fighting this for over a year now. My neighbor, he said he spent about $70,000 fighting this for over a year now. We got infected at the same time, okay? I live in Georgia. Go look it up. They say Lyme ain't in Georgia. Well, I know 5 people. I had somebody text me yesterday, said he was positive for Lyme because I sent him there. He had a bunch of heart palpitations, a bunch of weird stuff he's never had in his life. Listen, here's the deal. It's real. It's out there. It's going to be the biggest pandemic we've ever had. I'm not here to freak people out. I'm just here, hopefully, to make it more aware to people, you know? When you're going through what these people go through with Lyme, it doesn't even make sense, okay? When you're herxing is when the bacterial load gets too high and your body can't detox it out. When you're herxing, it is one of the worst feelings you can have in this life. And I'm not kidding with that, dude. I've had multiple surgeries. I've had all kind of different things. Lyme disease has whipped my ass, but I ain't stopping, okay? The interesting thing about Lyme disease is it's like a bacteria on the outside of the body, okay? But when you really look at it, on the inside of the body, it travels in the virulent pathway, which is what viruses do, okay? But also, it can get within your red blood cells, like a parasite or a protozoa, just like Babesia, which is another tick-borne disease. So you've got this genetically modified bug that looks like bacteria on the outside of the body, but actually is a virus within the body, but can act as a parasite. When you have that in your body, it's torture. Why is it torture? It wants to take every ounce of energy that you have, that you could possibly create, to make sure it survives and it thrives. And guess what? You want to know the scary thing about Lyme is? It don't usually kill you, dude. You know why? Because the bug is torturing you. It wants to get you into that state where you're gonna die. You're almost gonna die. It gets you there that bad. But then it lets you live. Why? Because you're the host. You're the Lyme's host. And since you're the host, you can't die, or it'll end up dying. And this is a ongoing, revolving door forever and ever and ever until you either treat it the right way, which nobody knows how to do unless you get lucky and talk to somebody that went and got treated the right way, or you end up taking your own life. And that's the sad truth, man. And I'm here to just try to spread some awareness, because I'm tired of it. I've been dealing with it for over a year. It's absolutely wrecked my life. It has absolutely wrecked my life, spun me backwards, upside down, like I never thought I could. I used to work out every single day, and now I've had days where I could barely walk. All right? But this ain't about me. This is about everybody else. I'm spreading the awareness, and I just want y'all to know that it's real, it's bad, and we're coming for it. And the government better get on board.